Welcome to the course Time Value of Money Concepts and Calculations. This lecture is devoted to simple interest. Simple interest is the interest paid only on the original amount of money and not on the interest it has already earned. Interest computed only on the principal and unlike compound interest not on the principal plus interest earned in the previous periods. Simple interest is generally applied to short term loans, usually 1 year or less, that are administered by financial companies. The same applies to money invested for a similar short period time. There are three components to calculate simple interest. The first is principal, the amount of money borrowed, the second is interest rate, and the third is time. These three variables are given in an equation, that is interest INT. Interest is equal to P into I into T, where P is principal, I is the interest rate and T is the time. And the final value is equal to P into 1 plus IT, where INT is the interest, P is the principal, I is the interest rate per year and T is the time in years or fraction of a year. S is the maturity value, which is equal to interest plus principal. So, we can write down here P plus INT and P plus PIT. So, you can take P common and you can write down in the brackets I 1 plus IT. Now, there are two equations we have seen, interest equal to PIT, which we call equation 1, and S is equal to P into 1 plus IT in brackets, which is we call it equation number 2. So, now let us see from these two equations what type of problems can be formulated through these equations. The above equation, which contains 4 variables, can be solved to find out the value of a single variable only when other 3 variables are known, because using one equation I can solve only one unknown and these equations have 4 variables. So, I can solve it only for one unknown variable and hence 3 other variables has to be known. Thus, 4 types of problems can be generated out of these equations. The problem matrix for these equations are shown below. Now, for equation 1, if interest P and T is given, then I have to find out I. If interest I and T are given, then I have to find out P, and if interest P and I is given, I can find out T, and if PIT is given, I can find out interest INT. So, this is for equation number 1. For equation number 2, similarly I can write down the problem matrix. If P, S and I are given, then I have to find out T, P, S and T is given, I have to find out I, S, I and T are given, I have to find out P, and P, I, T is given, I have to find out S. Let us take an example. Mr. Nathu Singh deposits rupees 1000 in his savings account. The bank pays 4% per year interest. Calculate how much interest he will earn in a year. So, interest is equal to PIT, this is our formula, where P is equal to 1000, I is equal to 3% per year and T is equal to 1 year. So, simple interest received by Mr. Nathu Singh will be 1000 into 3 by 100, because it is customary to by financial institute to quote the quantity called interest rate as percentage, but when it is used in equation it is converted into a fraction. So, 3% is equal to 3 divided by 100 and 1 year times. So, 1000 into 3 by 100 into 1, which comes out to be 30. Simple interest is a handy, easy tool for estimating the interest earned or paid on a certain balance in one period. However, it does not take into account the effect of compounding, which is the process of earning interest on principal plus interest that was earned earlier. This means it can dramatically understate the amount of interest earned or paid over time. Let us take an example, example number 2. Ms. Preeti needs to borrow rupees 15,000 in order to buy furniture. She has two different loans to select from. Loan 1 allows her to borrow rupees 15,000 now, provided that she pays the loan by returning rupees 16,500 exactly 1 year from the day that she borrows the money. Loan 2 offers rupees 15,000 upfront as well, with a similar loan period of 1 year and a annual interest rate of 7%, which is the better deal for Ms. Preeti. Now, we use the equation I is equal to PRT, where P is equal to 15,000, T is equal to 1 and I, the interest, is equal to 1500, and what is the value of R. So, if we calculate the value of R using this equation, then value of R is equal to I by PT is equal to 1500 divided by 15,000 into 1, or comes out to be 0.1 or 10%. So, for the first loan the interest rate is 10%. However, for the second loan the interest rate is 7%. So, there is a difference in interest rate. Thus, the interest paid after 1 year will be 15,000 into 7 by 100 into 1 equal to 1050. So, after 1 year Ms. Preeti has to pay rupees 15,000 plus rupees 1050, that is 16,050 rupees. This value is less than what Ms. Preeti will have to pay if she takes loan number 1. Thus, the loan 2 is a better deal for Ms. Preeti, as she has to pay less interest on the borrowed principal. From the interest rates also the same conclusion can be done. So, from the interest rate same conclusion can also be made. As the interest rate charges for loan 2 is less than loan 1, loan 2 is a better deal. Let us take the third example. Rupees 10,000 were loaned for a total time period of 6 months at a constant interest rate of 10% per year. Find the simple interest. So, the answer is 10,000 into 10 divided by 100. So, converting the interest rate to fraction into 6 divided by 12, because 6 months is being converted into years and it is multiplied. So, comes out to be rupees 500. Now, example 4, a person deposits rupees 10,000 in his bank account to earn 8% simple interest per annum for a period of 3 years. So, what will be the accrued interest at the end of third year? What is the future value of the deposit at the end of third year? The solution is accrued simple interest is equal to principal amount into interest per period into number of periods. So, for this problem period is 3 year for this problem. So, P is equal to rupees 10,000, I is equal to 8% and N is equal to 3. Thus, the simple interest is 10,000 into 8 divided by 100 into 3, which comes out to be 2,400. The future value F B is equal to principal amount plus interest, which is equal to 10,000 plus 2,400, which is 12,400. Amount of simple interest when time is given in months and days. What you will do if the time is given in month and days? So, answer is very simple. In simple interest when time is given in months and days, one need to convert this into years. For this purpose, when T, that is time, is given in months, it should be divided by 12 to convert into years, and when T is given in days, it should be divided by 365 to convert into years. Let us take some examples. Ramesh invested rupees 2000 at the rate of 7% per annum for 8 years and 4 months. Find the amount he received back. So, my principal amount is rupees 2000, rate is 7% per annum, time t is 8 years and 4 months, maturity value is required. So, in the above examples, t, that is the time, is given in months, then it should be divided by 12 to convert it into years. So, time is 8 years and 4 months. So, 4 months has to be converted into years. So, that is why we have divided 4 by 12 to convert it into years. So, the total time converts into 8.3333 years. So, S is equal to, that is maturity value is equal to 2000 into in brackets 1 plus 7 divided by 100 into 8.3333 years, which comes out to be rupees 3166.67. Now, let us take another example where time is given in days. Radha borrowed rupees 4100 at the rate of 9.25% per annum for 230 days. Find the interest and the total amounts he paid. So, in this question, principal P is given as rupees 4100, rate I is 9.25% per annum, time t is equal to 230 days. So, we have seen that if it is given in days, it has to be converted into years. What is the interest and maturity value? In the above example, t is the time given in days, it should be divided by 365 to convert into years. So, time t is equal to 230 days is equal to 230 divided by 365 is equal to 0.63014 years. So, S equal to P in brackets 1 plus IT is equal to 4100 in brackets 1 plus 9.25 divided by 100, because every time we have to convert the interest rate into fraction, into 0.63014 comes out to be rupees 4338.98, and interest is given by PIT, which comes out to be 4100 into 9.25 divided by 100 into the time 0.6314, it comes out to be rupees 238.98. Or interest can be calculated in a different way, S minus P. So, we know the P, we know the S, we can calculate the interest, rupees 4338.98 minus this is P 4100, this comes out to be rupees 238.98. We take another examples, the problems with unknown interest and amount. Ram deposited rupees 14,000 into a bank account paying 1.2% simple interest per month and left it for 200 days. Find the interest earned and the amount. So, principal is 14,000, interest is 1.2% per month and time is 200 days. So, we have to calculate what is the interest amount and what is the maturity value. As the unit of time and interest rates are not matching, these are converted into identical units, that is per year. So, interest rate 1.2% per month is equal to 1.2 into 12, that is 14.4% per year, and similarly the time is converted into years. So, time is equal to 200 days. So, 200 divided by 365 converts it to 0.54795 year. Now, we can apply our equation or interest is equal to PIT, that is 14,000 into 14.4 divided by 100 into 200 divided by 365 is equal to rupees 1104.66. So, maturity amount is equal to principal plus interest is equal to 14,000 plus rupees 1104.66, which comes out to be 15,104.66. Problem with unknown principal. Ram deposited some money into a bank account paying 2% simple interest per 4 months. He received rupees 30 in interest after 10 months. How much the principal was? So, principal is unknown. So, let us call it P, P is unknown. interest rate is equal to 2% simple interest per 4 months, time is 10 months and interest earned is rupees 30. As the unit of time and interest rates are not matching, these are converted into identical time unit, that is into years. Interest rate is 2% per 4 months, which is equal to 2 into 3, that because in a year there will be 12 months. So, in 4 months it is 2%. So, in a year it will be 2 into 3 is equal to 6% per year. Time t is equal to 10 months. So, it is converted into years again, 10 divided by 12, which is 0.8333 years. So, again we are using the equation P is equal to interest divided by I t. So, interest is known 30 rupees divided by the value of I and t, it gives you the principal as 600. Now, let us take example number 9. This example is for unknown interest rate. Ram deposited rupees 2000 into a bank account and received rupees 120 simple interest after 6 months. What is the interest rate? The principal here is 2000, interest rate is unknown, time t is equal to 6 months and interest earned is 120 rupees. So, time t is 6 months, so it has to be converted into years. So, 6 months divided by 12. So, the time period is converted to 0.5 years, interest I, that is interest rate I is equal to interest earned divided by P t is equal to rupees 120 divided by 2000 into 0.5. So, it comes out to be 0.12 and hence interest rate is 12%. Example with unknown time period. Ram deposited rupees 600 into a bank account paying 1.4% simple interest per month. He received rupees 12 as interest. Find the time for which the money stayed at the bank. So, principal is rupees 600, interest is 1.4% per month, time is unknown, interest earned is rupees 12. Interest rate 1.4% per month is converted into interest rate per year. So, 1.4 into 12 is equal to 16.8%. So, time is interest divided by P I. So, is equal to 12 divided by 600 into 16.8 divided by 100 in brackets. So, it comes out to be 0.1190 year. Now, let us see some complex questions of simple interest. Ram loaned rupees 10,000 to Shyam for 4 years and rupees 6,000 to Hari for 8 years on simple interest at the same rate of interest and received rupees 8,800 in all from both of them as interest. What is the rate of interest per annum? Given that principal P for Sam is 10,000, time given is 4 years, principal P for Hari is 6,000, time is 8 years, interest received in all from both is 8,800. That means, interest received from Sam as well as Hari when put together is 2200. If same interest rate is used for both cases, what will be its value? So, let the interest rate be I. So, interest earned from Sam is 10,000 into 4, that is 4 years, I divided by 100. Interest earned for Hari is 6,000 into 8 years into I by 100. As per the question, these two interest rates are equal to 88,800. So, when we add them together, it becomes 880 I, which is equal to rupees 8800. So, I is 10% per annum. Again another complex question, the example number 12. For a certain amount of principal, the simple interest of rupees 2000 after 8 years is earned. Had the interest been 4% more, how much more interest would have been earned? So, for this question, principal P is unknown, time is 8 years, interest received after 8 years is rupees 2000. Had the interest been 4% more, how much more interest would it have earned? So, if interest rate is I to be the interest rate and P to be the principal, then interest earned in 8 years equal to P into time 8 years into I divided by 100, and this is equal to 2000. Interest earned for I plus 4%, which is P into 8 years again into I plus 4 divided by 100. Now, the difference is, if I consider difference to be D, then difference will be P into 8 into I plus 4 divided by 100 minus 2000. Now, if you see this question and the formulated equation, the above equation has 3 unknowns, that is D, I and P, and can only be solved if 2 unknowns are known. As this is not possible, the problem cannot be solved, because we do not know P and we do not know I, and we do not know the D. So, this problem cannot be solved. Another complex question, example number 13. Hari invested an amount of rupees 14,000 divided in 2 different schemes A and B at the simple interest rate of 16% per annum and 12% per annum respectively. If the total amount of simple interest earned in 4 years be 7,680, what was the amount invested in scheme B? The total principal amount is 14,000. The principal invested in scheme A, let us consider it to be X. Interest rate for the scheme A was 16% per annum. Principal invested in scheme B, let us say it Y. Interest rate for scheme B is equal to 12% per annum. Time T is equal to 4 years. Total amount of interest received after 4 years is, in both the schemes, is rupees 7,680. So, we want to know what is the value of Y. So, the total interest in 2 years is equal to X into 4, 16 by 100 plus Y into 4, 12 by 100 is equal to 7680. Let us call it equation 1, and that is the second equation, X plus Y is equal to 1400, we call it equation 2. Substituting the value of X in equation 1, it becomes 0.64 into 14,000 minus Y plus 0.48 Y, it equal to 7680, or 8960 minus 0.64 Y plus 0.48 Y is equal to 7680, or Y is equal to 8000. Now, if the Y is equal to 8000, then amount invested in scheme B is 8000. Now, another complex question. Hari borrowed some money at the rate of 5% per annum simple interest for first 2 years at a rate of 8% per annum, and the next 3 years and at the rate of 12% for the period beyond 5 years. If he pays a total interest of rupees 10,000 at the end of the 9 years, how much money did he borrow? Now, the solution, let the borrowed amount to be X. So, simple interest at the rate of 5% for first 2 years is X into 5 divided by 100 into 2. Simple interest at the rate of 8% for 3 years is equal to X into 8 by 100 into 3. Simple interest at the rate of 12% for 4 years is equal to X into 12 by 100 into 4. So, total interest paid is 10,000. So, we sum up these values and we can calculate the value of X, which comes out to be 12,195.122. Thank you.